which means that we're given a sword. The sword is now active. You have to reach the uncle for sword to be active. I'm hoping for a bomb between now and the end of this escape sequence. There's a bombable wall at the end of escape that has 3 items locked in it, and if I don't get it now, it's going to be really hard to get it later. Well, not really hard, it's just going to be annoying to have to return to it. I'm hoping that... I don't know how item drop tables work. It's one of the things that a lot of people who are a lot more familiar with the racing do know, but... Flippers, okay. I'm trying to get an idea of how quickly I'm doing this intro sequence. A lot of people who race and actually play the game normally, about 6 minutes or under 6 minutes is actually really good time. Whereas like a standard time, I'm not saying I should be able that fast, but you know, I'd like to get quicker. Unfortunately, I can't say if I'm necessarily doing better in my racing. The nature of seeds being randomized means you can't always tell if you've done better or worse. A shield. Nothing really that interesting that time. And thank you for all those auto hosts coming in. Joe, Leaky, Reese. No, probably you're all asleep, given you're all UK time, but I appreciate it. We're setting up those bots. Thank you to Mixer for setting up those bots to now work that way with auto host. So I have a little Excel sheet in my corner here. An 8 bomb drop, yes! That is huge. That makes my life so much easier. So... decent outlay of equipment to start, I will say. Flippers, bombs, hammer. We're definitely not nearly as quick as we should be through this, but that's okay. We'll get there. So, as I said, this is my 9th race as part of what they're calling Season 0 of the ladder. End of this month, they're going to actually enter Season 1. This has kind of been a test season for everything. So they'll wipe the records clean. So even though I've been terrible and been trash, we'll have a clean record again that I can mar again. Which is quite alright. That is perfectly fine by me. We have forfeit twice, both times under the mystery seed setting. I've gotten some pretty rough mystery seeds, if I'm being honest. So 6 minutes 40 seconds isn't terrible. Definitely slower than about a minute behind most of the good players. But for, like I said, my 9th race, I don't really play these that often, so I think that's progress. Like, I think I can definitely continue to cut time down as I get better. Okay, so this is the lumberjack tree. We check that item to see if it's something needed, because the tree there that those two lumberjacks are working on is something you can knock down by running into it with boots, but you can only do that after killing the dark wizard. And that is a long extra path that people don't want to have to do, so you don't have to, all the better. So we are skipping some items. If I see them and I go, I don't need it, then we'll just skip it. So like extra bombs, I've got 9, so I don't really need more at this point, and you can only hold a maximum of 10 right now. So we'll just go with what we got. I didn't need to grab that magic, but whatever. So, why am I playing a 30-year-old game? This is probably one of my favorite games. Growing up, at least, it was one of my favorites. In the last couple of years, I found a lot of people who played this, Randomizer, and I said, oh, this is really fun. And enjoyed watching it and just never did the racing. And then the person who came up with the ladder said, you know, part of the reason I never raced was races were always held on Twitch. And you had to stream on Twitch. And I was like, I don't want to leave Mixer. Like, I could, but it wasn't really something I wanted to do. So I wasn't planning to do that. And then this system was like, well, you don't have to be on Twitch. You can do this wherever as long as you have a recording. So I said, perfect. And I was like, well, worst thing that can happen is I can lose races. Another shield already. Okay. Am I gonna get Mirror Shield for the first time in one of these seeds? Wow. Sub 10-minute Dark World access? That is something. Looked a little early there. Yeah, the mystery seeds so far have really messed me up. I'm gonna finish a mystery. I'm gonna finish, you know, an entrance eventually. But those entrance randomizer seeds have been brutal. Really some bad locations. Unfortunately, we've gotten lost. But at least I know the 2 mistakes I made in each of those. So hopefully the next time I do an entrance, I'll use a better tracker. Make life a little bit better for me. Let's see, what is the prize in the library if I get the boots? Mirror shield. Not really necessary, to be honest. Oh, I don't go this way. And that's why, because that prize is trash. If I had the mirror, I could do a lot more with routing this better, but... because there's definitely some extra items I could find, but I want to do these south checks first. Plus, I've got the flippers, so, like, I can do these all together. Yeah, we can do Hobo, Island, check. Holy crap, that's a huge find already. That gives me, like, full Dark World access. Less than 15 minutes into a race. Flutes. A really early flute, too. We're getting everything super early in this seed. I don't know if that's good or bad, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad I did these checks before just heading right into Dark World, at least. The only big issue about having this many items so early is you kind of have a wealth of checks to make. So you have to be careful not to lose sight of things. Very easy to get overwhelmed with the decisions that are possible at this point. Crystal and 2 pendants. Okay. Blue. Arrow was the green pendant. Okay, one more check and then we'll do another save and quit. So we're gonna do a big Dark World loop. I'm gonna skip Eastern for now, while I can do 90% of Eastern Palace. Without a bow, I can't clear it, so I'm not gonna do that. In terms of... So the one thing I'm kind of considering is, do I go to Palace of Darkness? Skull and ice. Wait, which was the last pendant? Thieves. Of course Thieves Town is a pendant. It is always a pendant. Another sword. Half magic. Love it. Blue cane. Oh my gosh. Amazing. We said thieves. We said skull and ice. Actually, I think this might be the better way to do this anyway, routing-wise. Come up, we'll do shovel game. Or dig game, or whatever. After dig game, I can enter Dark Kakariko. And also grab the blacksmith frog. Unfortunately, we didn't get much out of that. Just a red rupee as the big prize. So meet my friend Jeremiah. He's a bullfrog. Yes, the lamp is huge for me. Given my fairly amateur abilities still, finding the lamp is always kind of one of the very big, like, safety items. I need light in dark rooms. So we're just trying to knock out as many checks as we can in here. I'm glad I did this now. A bottle gives me sick kid when I come back. Okay, we've got 2 more checks. We got the C-shaped house here, and then we got the chest game on the oh wait, we already did the C-shaped house. There. Should have done peg 4, but whatever. So when you save and quit with the frog in tow, he actually comes back with you. He's a light world delivery, kinda. As you can see, it's actually a person. So we're gonna do 2 things. We're gonna drop off Jeremiah and also activate our flute. And talk to Sick Kid. So there's the duck. This house right here is our sick kid. Blue male. And now we're gonna handle this. Now the only issue is I really don't have any dungeon clearable right now. Like, I have a lot of options of what I can go do, it's just nothing is actually beatable. It's kinda weird, if you think about it. We're just gonna check out Meyer. I can't really do anything here, but I can grab 2 items, see what medallions needed. Mirror is kind of limiting right now, in some regards. Wake. Blue boomerang. So we're gonna do this as a pod, or as an Eastern check, and then go into a pod check after that. I know that the boots are supposed to be in pod, but if I can, the one thing that I'm missing right now, like, and that could really stop me in after going into pod, is that I don't have a bow. Hey, we got the ice rod in the first half an hour of a race. It won't be go mode tonight. Can't full clear pod, but that's okay. Can do a lot in pod, even without bow. There's technically a glitch that is allowed. I just haven't ever done it. But I've seen people do it. I love when that's the logic in my head, is I've seen people do it, I think I could figure out how to do it. Okay, there are 3 items in Eastern. We know that one of them is on the boss. So there are 2 to find in the normal chests. There are still 2 items to find in normal chests. Bomb drop. Okay, that's 1 item. If I'm lucky, the big chest has the 2nd item and not the map. I'm not lucky. Okay, let's see. How do you do this? Not like that. Okay. Red cane gives me some options. For later, really, not now. The only reason I'm really going into pod this early is just because I know my boots are here. That's it. Like, if I didn't know they were in there, I probably wouldn't do this. Thing is, I don't even know where they are in here. They could be on the boss, and I can't even reach the boss. Okay, we're gonna try this. I've never done it, but we're gonna try to do this glitch. Best kind of glitch to do. The one you've never tried before. So this is a glitch that is supposed to allow you to move the map. The way it works is apparently as you walk down this hallway, you're supposed to use a bottle. And then, yeah, apparently it doesn't work with a fairy in a bottle, though. That didn't go according to plan. We just wasted a fairy in a bottle. So I think we're going to try to check out Skull Woods and Thieves Town first. Skull Woods, though, only has one item. It's not a great outlook for going up there, but I really don't have a lot of options yet. And at least, like, this is a dungeon I have to clear eventually. I was kind of hoping that was my item, but no such luck. There's my item. Darn, I should have gone to Skullwoods first. Fell for that one. So be it. Live and learn. Taste a dream. At least we know this means we'll get our boots. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening. We're coming to an end on another week. Another week in this insanity. No, it's not ideal, but hopefully, you know, this can just be a little bright spot in your day. I realize, you know, a bit presumptuous of me to think that I am, but, you know, I hope that it's at least fun. I might be racing again tomorrow. There is a race at 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's an open seed. Considering it. Not sure if I will or will not, but it's a thought. Trying to get at least a little bit more money. There's my boots. Awesome. I wanted at least enough money to handle the Zora purchase. Hookshot, that's also decent. Actually, hookshot's more than decent, to be honest. Hookshot gives me quite a bit of access on Dark World as well, and Light World Death Mountain. So after this, we'll do Death Mountain. If I had the mirror, I'd say I'd go to Eastern and get that done, but without the mirror, it's a bit of a waste. It's one item on Armos Nights, and it's just a crystal. Not even like one of the special crystals. Death Mountain will be at least about a dozen item checks. And the cave's not a bad find. Okay. I know there's got to be a quicker way to do that, I'm just not interested in it. Okay. Luckily we've got full health, so we only need to go to the hammer to get out of this next room. One of the slow points has been trying to switch back and forth between hammer and a ranged weapon to do the crystal switch in this next room. Much harder with only a Master Sword. They do stand up to the bullying quite a bit better. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. A little slow on that kill. I was trying to see if I could figure out how to do a little different of a using the hammer, but no, wasn't in the cards for that one. But first crystal, 45 minutes in. Probably could have had it a little sooner if we had gone to Skull Woods on that first trip into Dark pack, but not a bad route. Still no mirror, so I can't do much there. Once I get mirror, Swamp Palace is open. So as I said, we've got about a dozen checks up here. That could be a lot of stuff. First up, we're gonna get, there's an old man. He's lost in this very dark cave. So we're gonna help walk the old man home. We're nice people. I don't know why he goes into a dark cave without a lamp, but he does. That's a vanilla mirror. The mirror is actually in the original game. The old man has the mirror. Okay, what is on top of Spectacle Rock? A shovel. What is inside of Spectacle Rock? Bombs. We will at least grab the shovel while we're here. Mirror makes life so much easier. Hera has... How many items? Tower of Hera has 2, so the boss has 1, and the other one is somewhere else. Please let it be in the chest leading to the boss and not in the basement. This is a waste. This is a sort of kind of waste. It's a pendant dungeon, so I don't need to do this, but if I do this now, because it's screen pendant, I know at least that there's a logic to getting it and then turning it in after when I make the return trip to Eastern. Okay, there's my other item. It's a dinky 20 rupee, but it's an item. Back here. Bug net. Not terrible. If I need fairies, I can at least get fairies now. Another fairy in a bottle. Okay. Two bottles. Okay, now we can check Dark Death Mountain. Starting with Super Bunny. And actually, after we finish Death Mountain checks, I think what we'll do is we'll go check out Swamp Palace. Unless somehow I get the medallion needed for Turtle Rock and the Fire Rod. Double Quake. Okay, so we just need one medallion for this race. Okay, we're gonna do the one check I didn't do last time that became my last location for Ice Rod, just in case. Got nothing to lose really on this check. It's just magic, and technically, so, okay, at least we know. At least we know. You know what, why not? We're right here. Let's do the eastern stuff. It can't get much quicker. But if Armos has, like, Tempered Sword, or Saha has the Tempered Sword on the green pendant, like, these could be big helps for clearing Swamp faster. A third bottle, so that was kind of a dumb check. An unnecessary check. Not dumb. Like, it was at least a logical idea, like, to do it. It just didn't benefit me. So, once again, hope everybody's having a good evening. This is a Link to the Past Randomizer ladder race. Mode settings are Ambrosia. If you'd like to know more about what Ambrosia is or what the Link to the Past ladder is, I will gladly answer questions, even as I race. In terms of finishing this seed, I need one item. Or 2 items. I need to get my fire rod, and I need the Quake medallion. I can do every other dungeon. If I find Bombos medallion, it gives me logical access to clear Ice Palace, but I'd prefer to have the fire rod for that, to be honest. Okay, there's Eastern done. Much better Armos kill than we've had in the recent memory. Let's go do Swamp Palace now. I do feel like the execution's been better though. Like I'm not gonna say I'm good, but like I feel like what it looks like I'm doing, it feels improved over the course of these last so many races. So like I'm making little improvements all the time. And at an hour into this seed, I actually feel like I'm in decent enough shape. Getting bullied. Decent so far. Yourself? Did you go into the office again today, or like? Because I thought you had said you had gone into the office 2 days. How many days have you been in there this week? So every day. You going in tomorrow? Hey, I mean, if you like it, I can't say it's bad. I mean, I gotta imagine, you know, there's a bit more privacy there as well. Is there? I don't know. Are a lot of people going into the office there? Huh, okay. I mean, as long as, like, you're not putting yourself in any real risk or anything, like, awesome. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Wow. I mean, it makes sense. I think that's all 4 bottles in this seed. Wow. But we're gonna go back in. We at least left 1 or 2 items, I think. 2. Oops, I already used that key. That's right. Yeah, I was talking with Zach today, where there's a possibility at least going in a little bit for voters next term. So not in the sense of like full stuff. It's So Drexel's already announced online next term. Yeah, they were quick to say that next term was going to be online. With the goal of having, and, you know, is there really much of a need? Like, but, so yeah, they said already online next term. So today the conversation was started about who's TAing next term for the class. And one of the ideas was that taping, I think this is just a logic check for my brain, making lab, like, taping of doing the labs, and he and I would kind of, like, tag team it and do the videos, and then we could give them to the students. While also taking data to send them. Yeah. Software, you know, we'll run it like always. We'll just send out the codes and say, install this, do that kind of deal. But for the hardware, you know, at least that kind of gives us like just something to show them kind of what's going on, and then we can get data to send them. That's our own. Pendants are desert thieves. Interesting. Thieves Town has 4 items. That's a good find, actually. So the current plan in that email we received is that by the end of like as the summer proceeds, they actually want like people to come on campus, specifically like getting researchers back on in the community, and then it kind of becomes easier to, like, I think they want to kind of build up the feeling that campus is ready to reopen at that point. So the big issue right now for this seed is I'm kind of stuck with the fact I don't have any good options. I can clear Desert, which is a pendant. I can clear Thieves, which is a pendant. But I can't clear Skull because I don't have Fire Rod. I can't do Ice because I don't have a fire source. I could do Mire, but Mire's only got 2 items. Oh, wait, I can't do Mire even because I don't have Quake. Like, I am at such a loss for an item to get into a dungeon and do a dungeon that I'm, like, stuck doing these pendant dungeons. So yeah, that's kind of their thought, is like, by the end of the summer, or as the summer goes on, you know, they want research staff to kind of be back. So spring is pretty much dead, like, in terms of doing any of that kind of stuff. Ether is not the medallion I need. So in that regard, any research that was required for people to be on campus, like, I think I told you, like, they have the whole essential personnel thing. Which, you know, I got our groups, and so did, Ed. Which, like, Ed makes sense. Me, being here, no. As I've said, I'm the furthest one off campus. But, whatever. So yeah, if I have to head down, you know, a day or two for Zach and I to knock out some videos, simple enough. And I think it'll really benefit the students. You know, walking around the city, I can easily put on a mask for the day. Oh, sure. No, you're not wrong there. Let's go clear desert. Turn this into an all dungeon seed. At this rate. Actually, before we go to desert, what we're gonna do is... we're gonna go grab the chest. What do we got in checkerboard? Nothing. 300 rupees is nothing. Nothing! Okay. Back at it. We're gonna check Agina. Another big flat nothing. So the rest of the family doing well though? Guessing the younger sibs are still in school right now, still online learning and whatnot. Oops. Desert has 2 items. Check the torch. Okay, we just need the big key. At this point. About as quick of a desert as it can be, to be honest. Like, this is actually a pretty decent situation. We're deciding to be a bit of an odd... Like, this might not actually be a great routing decision to clear the 3rd pendant dungeon, but I'm short a lot of items, like some pretty key items at this point. And the fact that I can clear all 3 of the pendant dungeons, no trouble. Has me a little, like, thinking this might be the necessary move. By the way, Tom, I don't know if you were there last night at the end, but I did forfeit. I got enough crystals to technically clear the seed. Okay. I dropped over and looked at my opponent's VOD from the race, and what they did that I had missed was, I'd missed an entrance that got Titan mitts. Titan's mitts led to 2 sword upgrades. Debated. It was not a pedestal seed. How was the Animal Crossing going, by the way? How was your island? Turnips selling at a good rate? Ah, yes, I've heard about this online turnip community. We're just hoping for something. Like, we are... That's a big one. That only gives me Skullwoods and ice. It actually gives me 2. I can just get Quake. I've got the other 2 medallions, not the one I need. Let's spend some money. What do we get? Great return on investment there. Spend 500 rupees to make 50 rupees. One other check I want to make before heading back to Skullwoods and then to Ice Palace. Pyramid. Skullwoods first. Skullwoods just has 1 item on Mothula, so we're just gonna go kill the moth. Right? Yeah. We got the first item we got there was the bow. We just gotta go back there, kill the moth, keep going. On the plus side, I'm completely locked out of Misery Mire and Turtle Rock right now. Like, there is no way for me to even get into those places. Not a bad kill of the moth. Okay. That's right, I do have a boomerang. Forgot. Ice Palace we go. My favorite dungeon. Ice Palace has 3 items. Wake should be in here. Should. There's Quake, we're in go mode. Go moding ice is a very nice feeling. I gotta do the bomb jump, though. I've been going too far down. My big mistake. Okay. You know what? There's at least one more item. That takes no time to check. I've got fairies, I've got a full magic bar. This should be a pretty easy old stair fight. Okay, now we're gonna go to Meyer. Have I... Oh. Why hasn't it been? That's weird. Should be. Sorry. No, that kind of bothers me. I don't know what went wrong. Well, I can see what it like my tracker looks like, but nobody else can. Next moment I got a chance, which I don't really know if I'm going to have a chance to change it. All the small keys, but not the big key. Not sure why it didn't update tonight properly. I did everything. I had it even set in the right mode. Eh. Easy come, easy go. Right. There. At least something. That's what I see as my tracker, but the designer, creator of the tracker, has a broadcast view mode for it. So it looks a little prettier. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not what you know what my normal use one looks like, but unfortunately, with what happened, this is what we're gonna go with. I don't think we're gonna sub 2 hour this seed at this point. Unfortunately, waiting to do King's Tomb until like one of our last checks. Oh yeah? Big key. I don't know. I've paid that much for a full indie game at times. Okay. That's never good. Ah. Yeah, the only thing is like I've been holding off on starting anything new unless I know it's a quicker, like, thing that I can get done in a decent amount of time. Because, like, I've been really focused on beam dive recovery when I'm not doing this. And that's the thing, is like, I know that that game's just gonna sink the, my recovery to be even longer. But, crab ends tomorrow. So... we got our 15. We actually finished with 17. I think I would have possibly gotten 20 if I hadn't told myself to stream everything, but like I said, it was a personal choice, and I think it was a good personal choice. Just because, like, I think I got more out of it by making sure that I streamed everything. So the one thing that I didn't find yet that would be great before the end of the game, would be the silver arrows. And if I don't find them, it means I'm gonna have to go for my first ever silverless Ganon kill. I've never done it before, so it's gonna be interesting. But I said that was something I needed to learn how to do. Because you're not always going to find silvers. But I've got the best sword possible to do that, so... Well, that's all we're checking. Down here. A small key and the big key is all you really need. I mean, part of the reason I wouldn't finish Train Sim that quick either is because of the fact that it's got so many DLC achievements. And I'm not buying all the DLC. At least not for a while, if I do. Yeah, I don't know how dumb they are. All I know is that there's a lot of them. Yeah, I figured that much. Darn it. Yeah, I figured that much at least. I always miss that one. Okay, we're gonna check these two chests in this room. Okay, and we're gonna check there's two chests left that could have the silver arrows. And we're just gonna check them just in case. It's always worth checking. Moldorm, you jerk. I haven't fallen to Moldorm in quite a while, so I guess I was due. I almost fell twice. That would have been pretty sad. I really need to watch how somebody does this room correctly. Because I just can't. Like, there's a very easy way to go through the bumpers and just dash right up the stairs. This has been a bad Aga too. Just gonna grab the ferry real quick. Gonna find out where the silver arrows are. He'll tell you. Okay, so for this... It's okay. We got a fairy. As you can hear, like, I'm hitting him, but I have to do it while he's, like, right as he's about to teleport. Just over 2 hours. I got my first win. Oof. I gotta type this in the disk right here. Woo! I know, finally. Thanks. I the name that I'm going up against tonight, he's definitely a newer. He's similar to me in that he's a new guy. I saw he was somebody who registered on the ladder Discord for the first time today. So he's similar to me in that regard, you know. So I think it's fair. I think there are still things I could have cleaned up tonight. We didn't need to go up to and do desert. We didn't need to do Thieves Town. Like, the fact that I did Thieves Town, the front four would have given me the Tempered Sword, which would have been plenty. So, according to the Discord bot, I finished with a 2:01:46, so I started my timer a second early. Roughly speaking. Yeah, I thought the person registered today. Maybe not, but they were definitely somebody newer like myself, so. There are still, let's see, 12 other people still racing. So out of the 54 who entered tonight or something. Yeah, 54 people entered the race tonight, and there are still 12 other people racing, and there was a couple people who finished after me, so. Not bad. I am very proud of that tonight. That's great. I am now 1-7-1. Woo! I can now retire a winner. No, there's still more challenges to give myself. I think it's fair that my first ever win came on a silverless Ganon kill, though. Like, that's really cool. So. Okay, I'm going to let that continue to scroll. In the meantime, I'm just going to switch over to my Xbox and do a little bit of gems while I wait for that to finish out. We'll let that continue to record itself and play. So, but not bad. So, the silvers hint was that they were in Dark World. I think the only Dark World check I didn't actually make was the pyramid. My guess is that after this scrolls through, I'll stop recording through OBS, and then I'll just take a look. I want to verify in my own head like what I did or didn't do. So yeah, first sword at 18 minutes, boots at 40, flute at 14, and the mirror at 46. If I had gotten the mirror quicker, we probably could have done quite a bit more. 4 bosses killed with Mastered, 5 with Tempered, 3 with Gold. GT Big Key was very quick tonight. That's a really good. Bonked 21 times. That's going to happen. Until we get really comfortable with boot movement, we're going to bonk a lot. Little menu time, and the lag time's the other one that I got to watch out for if I can do better. To be honest, I don't know if that's something I can really do more for, but collection rate went down. I think that's like a good sign, is that I was only at 148 out of 216 for chest pickups. Like that's going to be one of those things that as I improve, I will make less checks like ones that I don't need. So I'm actually really thinking that's good in the progress department for me. So, but yeah, if I had gone to Skullwoods a little earlier, like there's a couple of things I could have done differently, but nothing too bad. Okay, so we're just going to cut the recording.